It's finally feeling like fall, and I couldn't think of a cozier place to spend a lovely autumnal weekend with friends. Welcome to Dublin. This was actually my first time seeing Ireland. I didn't make the trip while I was studying abroad in London, but I'd always known that I wanted to visit. Actually, while I was growing up, my mom would go to Ireland frequently on work trips, so it's definitely been a place that I've been fascinated by for quite a while. We arrived on a Saturday morning and stayed until Tuesday midday, so a quick little weekend trip. Autumn was in full swing the weekend we visited. The trees were beautiful shades of orange, gold, and red. We were actually really drawn to how red some of the ivy was on the buildings. It was so beautiful, very striking, and just so autumnal. As we had arrived early in the morning, my friend Lila and I had some time before her friend Emma arrived from England and our check-in time at the hotel. So we decided to grab some coffee. We stumbled upon this very cozy cafe. We got our coffee and headed over to a park that we had actually seen in the cab over. I want to speak for a second about our intentions, or I guess lack of, for this trip. If you have been following my channel, I usually like to be very detailed in writing out what I want to do, what I want to see on a trip, and make sure I don't miss anything. If you've seen some of my previous videos, I talk about itineraries and planning docs and all of that. And while there were definitely a few things I wanted to do for this trip, for the most part, we didn't plan anything, and it was perfect. Going into random coffee shops, local pubs, and parks ended up leading us to really wonderful experiences. For example, when Emma arrived, we walked down to a nearby pub and had the best meal of the trip. It was this lovely roast chicken. Everything about this meal was so perfect and cozy and was just what we needed.
Soft, turn the key and cooler on. This a pause for relief. Free pass, you don't even have to ask to be the cat in the sun.
After a very long nap, we got ready for the night and headed into central Dublin. We passed by the Temple Bar, which is a very well-known spot in Dublin. It definitely lit up the streets with the amount of lights on the building, but it was so fun to look at. And then for dinner and drinks, we went to the Bank, which was a stunning bar and restaurant in what I believe is a former bank. The ceiling and the decorations of the place were so intricate and beautiful. It made the experience very nice. They seated us pretty quickly despite not having a reservation.
Loosen up on the grind. Simmer down, settle back and mess around. Be the cat in the sun.
have to say, we had some of the coziest meals on this trip. We actually ended the night dancing at a random pub we found on the way back that had live music. I didn't end up recording anything from that, but it was such a fun memory from this trip.
To lead a little bit undone. Be the cat in the sun. Oh, Mrs. Donahue, what are we gonna do? I searched for him long and far, searched for his old guitar.
One of the things we had actually talked about doing was a day trip to Howth. It's a nearby seaside town that is known for its cliff walk. But before we head there, we decided to get a light breakfast at a place called Mr. Magpie. Another side note, I was honestly shocked by how many magpies there were. I'd never seen so many all at once, but they were all over the city. And they had a bunch of seagulls too, which were massive. But anyways, we took the train to Howth. It was very easy to get there. It was maybe about an hour on the train, and it drops you right by the harbor area.
Paid for his education, prayed for his sweet salvation. But nothing worked, he tried and tried, the tears rolled and he lied, he lied.
The previous night, I'd seen that there was a market, so we decided to look around for a little bit before the walk. Found a lot of cute things from the popular wool sheep keychains to knitwear to rings. It was a relatively small market, but we found a good amount of souvenirs there. And now we begin our walk. There were a lot of people there, so it's pretty easy to kind of follow the crowd and get to the trail. And there were also a bunch of signs with the different paths that you could take. We took the green route because Lila had done that previously. And I will say, if you end up doing this, definitely wear a good pair of shoes. It's not like a huge hike. There are some inclined moments and steps at some points, but nothing that was too intense. But it's definitely a long walk nonetheless.
Beam of angel light.
After the walk, we headed down to the town center for brunch. It was very nice to warm up with a cup of tea. It felt so cozy. And then we headed back to the main part of Dublin to walk around the city for a bit, as we had only really seen it at night the day prior. We also went into St. Stephen's Green, which was a very beautiful park. Parts of it kind of reminded me of Central Park, especially around the Bow Bridge area. But once again, I truly feel like we came at the perfect time with how autumnal everything looked.
Fine art, actually.
Sorry, girl. Don't get it twisted. Don't offend you.
Snuggle butter.
Double
wrap snuggle butter.
Or sideways.
Boom. Wow.
Wow, look at that butter.
Oh, no, it is actually like a pretty...
Oh,
It's like a Swiss roll.
I've never seen butter like that before.
It's fancy butter.
Oh, y'all, this isn't...
We got free scones.
No, you're not... Why are you going point in? Do this. You go...
See? I was trying to get
You
a
go.
little...
Oh, you got it. You go sideways like that, and then you can get a nice...
cross-section.
Yeah, a nice flat piece that you can then...
I'm just gonna...
I feel like...
get a whole
Oh,
spiral.
yeah, honestly, just go.
Free scones because we waited an hour for food.
And they forgot about us.
They forgot about us. Alright, I give up. I have about 2 smidgens of butter. I have this.
Oh my god, my phone could not handle the summer. Like any slight change in temperature, it was like immediately dead.
Good. It's a good one.
Yeah.
The problem with my camera is that I have the date in the camera not correct, so all of the pictures taken on my camera, it's like registered on the card as being taken in the year 2015.
You should take some like 2015 Tumblr style photos.
Those were the days.
Once again, I did not record the end of last night, but we ended up ordering Indian food and watching Zoe's side vlogs for the rest of the night, so good vibes, not really interesting to look at. Anyways, today was set to be our shopping day, as all of us love shopping, but we are starting off with brunch at Ethos. Our next stop was Trinity College. All I could think about while being here was the show Normal People. I love that show. I immediately rewatched it the minute I got home from this trip. It's such a good show, and I was really feeling the vibes while looking at everything. The main reason we went to Trinity College was for the Book of Kells, which was the other thing that we had wanted to do. It was a very surprising experience. I really loved the library. A beautiful library is always one of my favorite things to go see, and it's definitely up there with one of my favorites that I've seen so far. The overall experience, I feel like, was very well done. I especially loved the movie portions where they explained the history of the Book of Kells and the creation of the library.
Rainforest Brazil to the depths of the ocean.
None of us like beer, but we felt it was only right to try a Guinness. I've also been watching The House of Guinness on Netflix, so I was like, I'm just gonna try a little sip. So we ordered a half pint at a pub. Barely made a dent in it, but it just was not for us. I am glad we tried it though. end off the night, we went to this vintage cocktail club, which we had actually stumbled across on our first night. You do need a reservation, but I fully recommend it because it was such an interesting experience. It has like an intentionally unassuming exterior, kind of like a speakeasy, but the inside is so gorgeous and so cozy. It was such a great way to end off our final night in Dublin. We ended our trip with a quick breakfast at another nearby cafe before heading to the airport. I genuinely had the best time on this trip with these girls. It was so perfect for the fall time and a very peaceful place. Ireland is a gorgeous place, and I'm so happy that I got to see Dublin, and I would love to also visit some of the other places, especially more of the west coast, I think, and more of the cliffs. But yeah, I was very happy with this little weekend trip. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch my videos and supporting it in any way you want. And yeah, I will see you very soon.